Szymanski just playing limp there. Why was he doing that? Look at that.
Again, the low kick, and there's the takedown, and there's the power and speed. Szymanski comes in low, takes his man down. As I say, Legierski said he wants to knock his opponent out. I think Szymanski might have something to say about that. So there's the numbers. Not an awful lot between these two. Szymanski has a little bit more experience, a little bit older. Less reach, slightly less height. Whether that will make a difference, we'll see over the course of the next 3 KSW MMA rounds contested at lightweight. Fighting red, Szymanski. Fighting blue, Legierski. Referee, Mr. Tomasz Bronda.
For me, this fight is all about cardio. It's all about pace. Who can put the pace on the other guy and wear him out? Szymanski has excellent wrestling, takedowns, boxing. Legierski wants to be on the outside, uses reach and uses counter shots and power.
Well, already we see the aggression that Szymanski brings to this, but now forcing his way, trying to pass through guard. Legierski has to work off his back and try and keep that pace and energy of Szymanski under control.
Yeah, really nice job by Szymanski with the pressure, taking his opponent down on the floor, controlling him really, really well. See what Legierski's got from the bottom.
So Legierski looking for space here, and Szymanski having a pretty good job of being spoiled, done on him by Legierski. So from that position on his back, Legierski having to work, but Szymanski kind of spoiled there in that position.
I really like the guard work so far from Legierski. He's doing a good job of controlling with the overhook on the left. The legs are tracking, they're posting, they're going up, they're going down. Now, Szymanski, again, is excellent jiu-jitsu. It's early, both guys have grips. Does Legierski want to stand up, or does he want to try to go for something? Does he want to sweep or submit? That's another question.
Yeah, well, I like how Legierski, like you said, he's moving his hips really, really well. But this is the position where you're always losing when you're on the bottom. You got to do something better than just moving your hips. Let's create some space. Let's get out of there. Let's get up on your feet. Work your way up rather than just sit there and then, you know, be controlled the whole entire time.
Good head pressure here from Szymanski. He's just squaring up to those hips as well, as so too does Legierski move, so too does Szymanski follow. He's having a bit of a trouble, I think, of getting out with that. Yeah, that overhook has just locked him in. That has really caused some problems. I'm not sure whether Szymanski was happy to kind of keep that underhook. Sometimes, you know, when guys tie you in, it's not a bad thing. There's other ways to pass around that. You can see from Szymanski's pressure, Tomasz Bronda says up to the feet. That's a good stand-up. He gave him time to work, and that's a fair due.
Straight in with the low kick. Szymanski pushing the pace here. Again, the low kick, and there's the takedown, and there's the power and speed. Szymanski comes in low, takes his man down, and Legierski finds himself working off his back yet again.
Now, that wasn't opportunistic from Szymanski. That was, like, purposeful and filled with intent, which is a data point to me that that's part of the game plan, is to take Legierski down and get him tired. It's what Francisco Barrio couldn't do in his fight against Legierski when he made his KSW debut. He tried, and he did bust him up a bit in the clinch, but maybe they've taken a page from that game plan.
Yeah, there's a big difference in energy right here. You know, you see Szymanski with the explosiveness. Legierski kind of sitting laid back a little bit, almost a little too much of laid back. You know what I mean? And he's paying the price now, being back on his back twice.
Yeah, Szymanski was actually going to go for a head and arm attempt and pass off that, but Legierski recovers, one butterfly hook in play.
It looks to me as if the strategy from the Legierski camp is to try and absorb as much of that pace and aggression of Szymanski early on, just to try and keep this first round respectful, not lose sight of the end game. But is he doing enough work at this moment? It all seems to be Szymanski who's rushing at this like, you know, a greyhound out of the traps.
He's forcing his game on him. I mean, that was a textbook knee slice pass, textbook. And that was where he used the underhook, where before, where he wasn't too worried about giving it up when, of course, Legierski had him control with the whizzer. Well, that was a key feature in the pass. Of course, the back opened up off that. And in this case, he couldn't quite get the back take he wanted. Legierski now potentially in position to return the favor. Is Szymanski just playing limp there? Why was he doing that? Look at that. Why would you go limp like that? Why would you allow the guy to just pick you up and dump you down? And now, one hook in. That's a good play.
Gets his man up and over and down on the ground. There's the hooks in. And now Legierski has his back. Szymanski too slippery for that, though.
Legierski's got a good opportunity here, but he squandered it. Szymanski pummels inside, 50-50 at the moment. Over, under. Legierski's a strong guy. And you know what, already in much better shape than his last fight, which was actually at a higher weight.
So we'll see, going into 2.
Now for Szymanski, I want to see, does he go to the takedown quickly? Is that the path to winning 3 hard rounds that he has in mind? And conversely, does Legierski accept it? Does he overstep, or does he start to set things up off a nice stiff jab? Straight punches are key.
Well, there seems to be a little change of intention from Legierski. The strikes starting to be a lot heavier. We're seeing some heat on those. He's tried a knee strike that he was able to bring a right hand in off the back of. You just look now, the punches are slightly heavier. Maybe he's trying to look to do some damage to Szymanski in the 2nd round.
Or those rear tools. Show the knee, make him think twice about the shot.
Yeah, he's definitely waking up, that's for sure. Legierski's definitely waking up. But once again, there it is. There's that takedown. It's just that lackluster explosiveness from Legierski. You know what I mean? He's just letting it happen.
Maybe he doesn't quite feel that now's the time to offload a shot. He said he wanted to finish this. He said he wanted to KO Szymanski. But he's controlling Szymanski now. And really quite well with those underhooks and closing that guard. Szymanski using the head there, burrowing in, making life difficult. There's a lift up and a body slam. Chris, where is the energy coming from Szymanski?
Well, he's got the energy to do this for 5-5s, let alone 3s, or 3-5s rather. He doesn't want to get tied up in the guard, though. I mean, yes, he was able to knee slice the last time. I'd like to see him stand and pass. There we go, he thought about it. You see the knee go right between the 2 legs, square in the middle. Szymanski needs to get out of here. There's a couple of ways. He's working here well. He's definitely working.
I'm trying to understand Legierski's game plan, though, because it's in a situation now where you're on your back again like you were in the 1st round. You lost that 1st round. You're clearly losing this round again the exact same way. You got to do something different than what you did before.
Well, I think the statement of intention from Legierski that he wanted to finish this by KOing Szymanski. Maybe this is a rope-a-dope approach. Maybe by just making life so difficult for Szymanski, just in that guard position, sapping the energy to see whether he can land a big shot and finish this.
It's tough to do the type of significant strikes you'd really think you'd want to do if you're looking for a finish, if you're Szymanski, from these positions. He's so tight, he's so close, the leverage of increasing, say, power from a shot isn't necessarily available. But conversely, Legierski, I think at best, is just trying to force a stand-up here. I mean, what else is there to be shown on the menu?
Yeah, I'm still trying to understand Legierski's game plan. I mean, if you're trying to knock your opponent out, this is not the way to expend your opponent's energy, where you're on the bottom getting, you know, landing some strikes and trying to get your guard passed. I would be, you know, working my way up, trying to do something to create a little bit of space, do something different where I can actually, you know, be in control of this.
Yeah, there's 0 sweep attempts, nothing. It's all posture breaking. It's all pulling your opponent in, which can be good, but there we go. Now we're looking at something here. Go butterfly sweep or the scissor sweep. Nice. Szymanski read that one like an open book and then just kind of timed the flop. Really good. Now in half, I want to see him work hard here for a pass. It's been stalemate.
So just over a minute and a half left in 2. It's been Szymanski in the driving seat the whole way, working from the top, pressurizing Mateusz Legierski. Legierski being yelled at furiously by his corner to try and do something to get out of this position, defending on his back.
Szymanski looking for that knee slice again. He's staying tight. Doesn't want to allow Legierski any opportunity to escape out the back door. Better, better, better. Can he clear? Nearly in quarter guard. The answer is yes. Yes, he can. Oh, no. Legierski knew he had to defend there.
Dragged him back in there, didn't he, Chris, to that half guard. And that's going to frustrate Szymanski. And when you look at the scalps that Szymanski has, beaten Donovan Desmay, beaten Filip Pejic, Milos Jancic. But this is now where he is going to start bringing it in. It's all over, and it's a TKO. Legierski didn't have it, and it's a win here for Szymanski. Legierski's game plan absolutely horrendous tonight. Szymanski delivering painful payload.
Legierski turned away, man. I mean, the way that he actually thought about maybe trying to force a sweep or something, give your back, force a scramble, he gave him his head on a plate.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking in an interview, you're talking about that your opponent has to kill you to get the win. When you're talking about trying to knock him out and you show like this, you know, the 9 minutes of literally nothing, quite disappointing, actually, I'm going to say. It's not what I was expecting from this fight at all, expecting from Legierski.
Well, it's a disappointing turnout, I have to say, for Mateusz Legierski. It's not for the want of trying, I'm sure, but given that his statement was that he was going to finish this fight, life was made very difficult for him by Roman Szymanski. It's a win there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO, Roman Szymanski.